On the night of March 29th to 30th, Russian forces attacked a military hospital and civilian buildings in Kharkiv. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched a ballistic missile from Rostov Oblast and 111 drones and decoys from multiple locations, including Kursk, Bryansk, and occupied Crimea. Ukrainian forces shot down 65 drones, while 34 were likely disrupted by electronic warfare. A Kremlin-linked Russian blogger cited a German report claiming Russia has changed its drone strike tactics, having drones hover at high altitudes before launching coordinated attacks. The blogger suggested this tactic has helped Russia target Kharkiv, Odessa, and Dnipropetrovsk. A Kremlin spokesman says Russia views efforts to end its 3-year war with Ukraine as a drawn-out process, after U.S. President Donald Trump expressed frustration with the two countries' leaders as he tries to bring about a truce. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said attempts to secure a settlement that stops the fighting are ongoing, and that Russian President Vladimir Putin is ready to speak to Trump. Russia has effectively rejected a U.S. proposal for an immediate and full 30-day halt in the fighting. The feasibility of a partial ceasefire on the Black Sea, used by both countries to transport shipments of grain and other cargo, was cast into doubt after Kremlin negotiators imposed far-reaching conditions. Trump said he would consider adding further sanctions on Russia, which already faces steep financial penalties, and using tariffs to undermine its oil exports. A Russian diplomat shared more details on President Vladimir Putin's recent push for regime change in Ukraine through a UN-backed temporary government. On March 30th, Russia's EU representative, Kirill Logvinov, told Kremlin news agency TASS that the UN, US, and European countries should set up a temporary administration in Ukraine after a ceasefire. Logvinov suggested the UN broker a power transfer and that a party involved, a mediator, or the UN Secretary-General, should formally request the UN to establish the temporary government. He said the UN Security Council, UNSC, especially its permanent members, must approve the plan, and any member can propose its structure and funding. The UN Secretary-General would then draft a report outlining staffing and budget needs before the UNSC makes a final decision. Logvinov emphasized that permanent UNSC members, including Russia, must approve the proposal. This would give Russia the power to propose or veto any plan while excluding Ukraine from the final decision.